Good morning. Good morning. You are saying you are from Luanyanda, and I can see you are two here. Now, how could I recognize that you are from Luanyanda? Because I cannot just allow. Before that, I would like to welcome you to Nawa Gardens. This is a place in Katima Molilo town, which youth and other people are welcome here for entertainment and relax. Then you are welcome here. This is my office where I normally do my part-time job here as a former CEO for Mr. Now Now. Currently now I'm doing my own business here at Now Now. Then what is your visit, sir?
Yes, as we said already that we are from Luanyanda, and there's something that I only want to prove to you. I have this previous meeting agenda that we had with the governor, the one that can convince you that we are from Luanyanda. Here's the list of the people, and I'm number 11 there on the list. If you check, that is my name, and the other one is number 20.
Number 20.
Yes.
Okay, I can see here this meeting was done. If you can see the meeting is it's an original document. It was done on the 17th June 2020 at Zambezi Regional Council, and it was headed by the Honorable Governor for Zambezi Region, Honorable Lawrence of Alfea Sampofu. And I can see, as the gentleman is saying, he is one of the attendants in that meeting, Rasta Zimwana from Luanyanda Committee, and the number 20 is Johnny Mwilima from Luanyanda Committee as well. Well, gentlemen, I can welcome you, and then we can go ahead to see what exactly what do you want from me. I have already, you know, I'm resting from that office. This is my third year, not in the office of the Katima Mulilo Town Council. And what do you want from me, sir?
Oh, it's kind of like I'll start by saying during the meeting there were allegations that were made by the Katima Mulilo Town Council saying that you, while you are still in the office, you are the one who signed for the transaction of Luanyanda Place to be sold to the developer. So that's why we came to confirm this issue to you, that is it true that during your time in the office, the statement that I said, it was done by you?
Okay. Well, Kipuzo Tata is, but I will try by all means to highlight you on the issue. Well, if you think very careful, in 2017, when this issue of demolishing of Luanyanda was done, you can see Mr. Nawa is the former Chief Executive Officer for Katima Milo Town Council. I was with you people in that demonstration whereby we handed the petition to the Honorable Governor. Then that one, it can come, you can even, why am I putting that issue is that, why, if I knew very well that the land was sold, why I have to involve myself for the people of Luanyanda? Now, I have involved myself knowingly that I was the person in that office. The transaction that these people are claiming that we sold that land to that investor, which I can deny categorically clear because the document that we have signed is still in the offices. Then if Katima Mulilo, they are so honest enough, they could even invite me in such kind of meetings. Because for me, I was just there to spearhead between the Luanyanda and the Katima Mulilo, just to try by all means to harmonize the two groups, or the institution and the group of people. You see, the land was not sold as far as that land of Luanyanda. As far as I know, the land of Luanyanda was still in discussion with the traditional authority of Liselo as well as Chinchimani Kuta. We have the minutes whereby that land was still in the discussion. That's why you can see that from all the years that were there were no development that was taking place in that land. The reason why, because the land was still questioned. See, those people, they were not informed when that boundary passes there. Then that thing was still in discussion. It's not only the thing that I have started myself, but it's the issue that I even inherited from the former CEO who was there before. We find the issue is still there, then I join the same issue, and even the current CEO is supposed to join the same issue. The only thing which is there is miscommunication between the former and the current leadership of the Gatimamilo Town Council. You see, as far as the land of Lwanyanda, the gentleman who claiming to buy that land, I can challenge even that gentleman. That land is too vast. If you can imagine yourself, how could we sell that land from Sheikh Dweller to Carboy to Brendan Simbai up to the last boundary? Imagine how vast is that land. You see, when we advertised that portion of land, it was demarcated in terms of the hectares. That was a former, for those people who know Gatimamulilo very well, it was a former piggery. That was a location that we were targeting. It was a former piggery. And a former piggery, for those people who know that land, it was not passing that far as Lwanyanda people is. That's what I know. It was a former piggery. So unless when someone will tell me the former piggery was even stretching up to that side of the boundary. So that was the land that was advertised, and the gentleman was so lucky, he got that tender, he was given that opportunity in terms of the development to create houses for middle income in terms of the triple P, but not to take the whole land.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Nawanawa. I have a second question here with me regarding the issue of Green Valley. Can you at least highlight us on how it was signed and who signed it? If it was you, tell us that where does it start and where does it end? Because now currently, us Lwanyanda people, we are being affected by the issue of Green Valley, that they are claiming to say it's also part of Lwanyanda. Well, on the other side, it's like we are hearing that Green Valley is on the other side and Lwanyanda is on the other side. So we need a clarification there if you know something concerning that statement.
Well, to answer you on that one, I'll be more professional and technical. That the Gatimamulilo Town Council, they are not inviting me on that issue. Whenever they want to do whatever on that issue, they don't want even to hear the name of the former CEO. Even when the time the managing director for Green Valley came and they were doing what they would call ground break. Imagine, I was not even invited. The people who were invited were just ordinary people who went there for the ground break. The reason is, you have to get the reason why they were not inviting me. You see, as we are speaking now, I'm not even talking to the managing director for Green Valley. Why is he trying to run away from me? Or even several times I requested the Gatimamulilo mayor, for example, to go and visit him to his office so that we can, instead of picking issues in the media or wherever. But the former mayor denied me an opportunity to discuss those issues. As a resident of this town and the former mayor, I have an archive of information which we are supposed to help these people. But they don't utilize that archive. So there's something that they are hiding. That's why I'm telling you that they are hiding something. That's why they don't want me to talk.
Okay. I've learned something from what you said, Mr. Nawanawa. You are saying since you left the office, they never invited you. Meaning it was not even a day that they called you since you left the office that maybe they can learn something from you, or you can learn something from them. There was never that such a day since you left the office.
Never, not even a single day.
Never.
Not even a single day. All what I'm just seeing them is what on the TV, in the newspaper, blah blah blah. You can even see on the land conference, I was not even invited. When they have meetings like the one that you are having, they are not even inviting me. Why? Even our highest office of the governor, he can't even recognize my presence here so that I can go and help them on that kind of issues. They don't invite me. Why? I still even challenge them today that why are they not inviting me to go to their boardrooms? We were the one who were creating those offices, but today I'm denying to enter those boardrooms to discuss those issues pertaining to community issues. Why?
Oh, all right. Thank you again. I have this other question again. During the time that you were still in the office, what was the relationship between you and the Mafe Traditional Authority? How did you work out things? How do you see things how they are being done now and the way you were doing things when you were still in the office?
my brother, our relationship was so excellent. I don't need an appointment to go to Chinchimane as a former CEO, or even the time when I was still in the office. So that itself can tell you that our relationship with Chinchimane Mafe Traditional Authority was excellent, including the reseller. You know, we talk of the Induna the Kalimas, Induna Variselo himself, you know, even our late, Ngambela, you know, so we were having excellent relationship. Even today, I can still have to go. I can just pick and call that. Umulozi mukai nikupa kutomibona kwa maana nise bakani bumerera because they know it's ni mwana. You know, even this issue, it was not something that they only also ask themselves that where is Mr. Nawa? You see, there were times when we attended the meeting whereby the Kuta themselves invited me, but the Katima Mulilo people here and the governor, they drove all their cars from Katima to Chinchimane, whereby they only surprised to find me in that meeting. You see, they're supposed to call me to go there. But that one you can see, our relationship is so excellent. I don't have a problem. All the Kutas traditional authority, whether it's in Bukalo, Chinchimane, Sangwali, and the Kongola, I don't have a problem.
Okay. Now, thank you for that again. I still have another question with you. I just wanted to find out from you, on behalf of Luanyanda and on the current situation that is on the ground, what exactly can you tell us concerning the place that we are currently on and things that the Katima Mulilo Town Council are doing to us? Because we are on kind of on the middle of confusion, because it's like our leaders that we put in the offices, they don't want to tell us the truth. They only want to do things the way they want. So that's why I want to hear from you. Since you know this issue already, it was in the office when you were still there, and now it seems like you even know already what is going on, but it's only that maybe you are not in the office and you cannot exercise what is the right thing to do.
Okay, my advice to the people of Luanyanda, I'll start with advising the town council. I don't see any problem with this. With this issue between Luanyanda and the town council. You see, if these people could accord us an opportunity, some of us, to go and help them. This land is not yet bought, colleagues. Let us not play with this. This land is not yet bought. This land is still at a premature planning in terms of the town planning scheme. You know, now there's no need for that investor to claim that piece of land. They're supposed to leave this land to the people of Luanyanda. All what they're supposed to do is just to demarcate those plots and portion them according to the whatever size and it tells the people of Lwanyanda to pay whatever due. You know, we understand these people have already paid the 3,500 to traditional authority. Why can't they just say, okay, fine, we are going just to endorse you. If they want to top up, they can top up something there so that our own people could have the piece of land. And if that is the case, they could advise the investor to give him the same piece of land somewhere. Katima Mulilo is still having a lot of land where the investor can go and then invest. Why is so interesting that piece of land where there's people already? Why? If you visit the whole town of Katima Mulilo, we have a lot of bushes there and there. So you could just calculate, okay, if this is a hectare that we sold you, okay, we are going to replace it with another hectare somewhere there. And they leave the people there. Instead of pushing the people, thousands of people out, now you sell the piece of land to one single man to go and construct a house and make money. So it doesn't make sense as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't make sense. Where are those people going? You see? So I would advise the people of Lwanyanda that, okay, please engage the authority which are there so that they can leave you people there, or what they can just do. Can they just give you the services like basic, like water and roads, so that you people, you can buy those pieces of land and get some documents to your plots? You see?
Okay. I think I have to thank you again for that. But there's another question. I don't know if I'm repeating, but if I'm repeating, I think maybe you also going to help me. I asked on the issue of Green Valley. I just wanted to know.